Hey everyone, this is Mike from Mike's Do It Yourself. Today I'm going to show you how to do a Pergo installation, but first of all, the first part I'm going to show you how to take everything out and get it all prepped. Now the first step, what we're going to have to do is of course move out the furniture, and then after you're done with that, we'll go ahead and I'll show you around here. This is carpet, so you can start at any of the edges, wherever you want, and you want to pry that up. And if you want to use it again, you can, or you can make some cuts in it, and it's easier, with a carpet knife, and you're able to get it out a little easier. So I'll go ahead and get the carpet out. Oh, and today I have a helper, Bryson. He's going to be helping me, and we'll get this all taken care of. Once you get all the carpet out, it's time to pull up the padding. Okay, the next step, once you get all the padding out, is to go ahead and scrape all these glue areas the best you can. You just want a nice smooth surface before you start the Pergo installation. So yeah, that'll be the next step. Just go ahead and scrape it. You can use an 6-inch, 3-inch, 8-inch razor blade, scraper, whatever you have, and just get all these pieces up and some of that glue. So this is what I use to get the rest of the pad and the adhesive off the floor, off the concrete. Just a 3-inch blade.
Hey, don't forget, I used this to get all the rest of it off.
Okay.
And I can show the video with it.
Mm-hmm.
Me doing it. To the various spot.
Okay, now this is what I'm going to use for the next part to get the tack strips off around the edges. These bars here, wonder bars or whatever you want to call them, and a hammer. And basically, I'm going to go ahead and pry them from underneath the best I can. And they should come off somewhat easily. Okay, that's good. Now just pry it up. Oh, pry it up. Push down on it.
This is how you pull up nails.
Once everything is cleaned up, you can go along the edges and go ahead and scrape one more time. And that's already been done. That way you get nice smooth surface around the edges. And if you have some excessive size holes, you could fill them in with some mortar, some concrete, some like quick dry mortar or concrete. But you want to let that dry for a couple days if you decide to do that, and just make it real nice and smooth. What I would do, if it's somewhat deep and it's bigger than a $50 size, you might want to go ahead and fill them in. If they're small, it's not going to make a difference, so I wouldn't worry about the small ones. They're not going to upset your flooring when you walk on it. So other than that, you can go ahead and vacuum it. I would vacuum it one more time. Make sure the floor is spotless. Everything's been scraped really well. All the adhesives off the floor. And that is about it for the prep work. And if you're going to take off your baseboards and replace your baseboards, now is the time to do that too. These are going to stay, and they'll just be painted over. So we're not taking the baseboards out of this room here. And another important part, once you get it all cleaned up and the floor is ready to go, what you want to do is take a 3-foot or 6-foot level and just go along your floor and see how flat it is. Now, it says about a 1/16 of an inch. If you have a 1/16 of an inch gap, you'll want to use some filler material to bring up your floor. But if you have a pry bar like this one, the bottom is about an 1/8, 1/16 to an 1/8, so it's right in there. Now, if you're able to get that underneath your level when you're doing it, then you probably have a big enough gap to where you want to fill it in. But yeah, go ahead and just move this around, see if you have a gap underneath, and go lateral or parallel, perpendicular, just go all around the floor and see what you've got. Now this floor looks really level, so there shouldn't be any filling in on this one. Okay, before you put your vapor barrier down, your plastic, you want to make sure your concrete is nice and dry. If you see any wet spots or discolorations in your concrete, you want to see what the cause is of your water, coming up underneath your foundation, and get that fixed before you put down any kind of flooring. And you want to let it dry out a few days once you fix your water leak. That way there won't be any issues once you lay your vapor barrier down, your plastic. Or if you're going over wood, there again, you want to make sure there's no water coming up, or you have any water spots on your wood. So just make sure everything's nice and dry and your concrete is nice and cured before you put anything down over top of it. Yeah, so this is part one. This is the prep work for laminate or Pergo flooring. Just stay tuned for our next one, and we'll get into the actual laying of the floor and then the finish work after that. This is Mike from Mike's Do It Yourself, and good luck on your next home or automotive project, and thanks for watching.